Hello friends. Have you ever wondered if your name was written in the stars long before you were born? What if I told you that astrology doesn't just reveal your personality, it can also hint at which names carry the most cosmic harmony for each zodiac sign? Let's explore the magical alignment of names and star signs, and see whether your own name truly matches your zodiac destiny. Starting with fiery Aries, these bold leaders need names that radiate strength and energy. For men, names like Alexander, Maxwell, or Leo embody courage and authority. For women, names such as Athena, Victoria, or Scarlet mirror their fierce, unstoppable nature. Aries thrive with names that spark confidence the moment you hear them. When you think of Aries, imagine the very first flame of a match, sudden, bright, and impossible to ignore. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, the pioneer, the child of Mars, the planet of war, courage, and raw drive. That fiery energy demands names that don't just identify, but proclaim. Aries names have to strike like lightning, fast and bold, leaving an impression that echoes in the mind. These are not quiet names. They're names that announce presence, demand attention, and embody leadership. Take Alexander, for example. Historically, it's impossible not to think of Alexander the Great, one of the most fearless conquerors the world has ever known. Just hearing the name carries authority, charisma, and the sense of someone destined to leave a mark. For an Aries, Alexander channels the archetype of the warrior, someone who doesn't shy away from challenge but instead thrives on it. Imagine a young Aries boy named Alexander. Even in childhood, he might instinctively take charge during games, lead his peers, or blaze trails in school projects. The name itself, with its strong beginning Al and powerful ending Der, mirrors Aries' unstoppable energy. Maxwell is another perfect fit. It doesn't roar in quite the same historic way as Alexander, but it vibrates with stability and command. The Max portion feels like maximum, ultimate, the highest point, qualities Aries loves because they never settle for being second best. Aries' energy is competitive, driven to win, and Maxwell reflects this by sounding refined yet strong. The well ending grounds the fiery burst of Max, suggesting someone who can harness their fire and use it with purpose. Maxwell in an Aries context becomes the name of someone destined to stand out but with the wisdom to channel energy into long-lasting impact. And then we have Leo, short, sharp, and glowing with solar power. While Leo is another zodiac sign entirely, the name itself connects deeply with fire. Just 3 letters, but they burn with intensity. Leo is the lion, the king of beasts, symbolic of bravery, dominance, and natural magnetism. For Aries men, Leo emphasizes their boldness in the purest form. It's a name that doesn't hide behind flourishes. It's direct, primal, and unforgettable, exactly like an Aries personality at its core. For Aries women, the same rule applies. Names must radiate energy, confidence, and undeniable presence. Athena, named after the Greek goddess of wisdom and war, is a stunning reflection of Aries' dual nature, intelligent and strategic, yet fierce and unafraid of conflict. Aries women named Athena carry an aura of empowerment. They're the ones who walk into a room and immediately draw attention, not through vanity, but through sheer presence. The name carries history, mythology, and the resonance of someone who fights for what matters. Victoria, meaning victory, perfectly captures the Aries woman's essence. Aries is ruled by Mars, the planet of war, but battles are never fought for no reason, they are fought to win. A Victoria is someone who thrives when she achieves, who feels alive when she's climbing higher, conquering challenges, or claiming her rightful spotlight. It's regal, classic, and strong, making it a timeless choice for fiery Aries women. Then comes Scarlet, which vibrates with pure passion. The name is tied to the color red, the same red as Mars, Aries' ruling planet, and the same red as fire itself. Scarlet suggests boldness, independence, and a touch of rebellion. Aries women named Scarlet are rarely wallflowers. They're forces of nature who know how to speak their truth, pursue what they desire, and turn heads wherever they go. The name sounds rich and vibrant, like a flash of bright fabric in a gray crowd, impossible to ignore. What unites all these Aries names is the feeling they generate when spoken aloud. Each one has strong consonants, bold vowels, and a rhythm that feels alive. They resonate in the chest, not just the mind, carrying vibrations of strength, fire, and movement. Aries thrives on momentum, and these names provide that push. Even beyond meaning and sound, Aries names connect with the archetypal stories we tell. They belong to leaders, warriors, queens, artists, and icons. They are names of people who did not accept small lives but chose greatness, whether through creativity, courage, or rebellion. That's why they feel so natural for Aries. This is the sign that says yes to life's challenges and then runs straight into them with unstoppable fire. So if you're an Aries, or raising one, choosing names like Alexander, Maxwell, Leo, Athena, Victoria, or Scarlet doesn't just sound beautiful. It reinforces the Aries spirit. It's like handing the child a name that's also a torch, one that lights their way through life and reminds them they were born to blaze trails and inspire others with their fearless energy. And now, a little side note. If you'd like to support the channel, there's a thanks button right under this video, or through the donation alerts link in the description. Your support truly helps me keep creating. And of course, if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next. Thank you so much for being here. Now, let's continue. Moving to steady and sensual Taurus, earthy souls who crave stability and beauty. Male names like Henry, Daniel, and Ethan resonate with their reliable and grounded aura. Female names such as Grace, Sophia, or Isabella reflect elegance and warmth, perfectly matching Taurus's love for comfort and harmony. Taurus is the gardener of the zodiac, the patient builder, and the lover of life's sweetest pleasures. Unlike Aries, who bursts onto the stage, Taurus prefers to create roots, to build slowly and beautifully, to find joy in constancy and refinement. Names that suit Taurus reflect these values. They're timeless, harmonious, and carry a weight of reliability. They don't need to shout to be remembered. They settle into the mind like a favorite song that you never forget. Henry is the epitome of a Taurus name. Historically tied to kings, rulers, and centuries of tradition, Henry exudes authority without aggression. It's not sharp or flamboyant. Instead, it's steady, noble, and enduring. Imagine a Taurus boy named Henry. He grows up valuing responsibility, respect, and a sense of tradition. People instinctively trust him, sensing the grounded energy Taurus naturally provides. Henry is not about flash, it's about substance, about being dependable through thick and thin. Daniel, too, captures Taurus energy beautifully. Rooted in biblical tradition, Daniel carries spiritual wisdom, patience, and loyalty. The name means, God is my judge, reflecting an inner compass of morality and truth. For Taurus, a sign ruled by Venus, Daniel balances the sensual, earthy love of comfort with a deeper spiritual grounding. A Taurus man named Daniel may naturally exude kindness, responsibility, and the ability to build strong relationships, both in family and in career. The name feels like a foundation stone, unshakable, reliable, always there. Ethan is another name with powerful Taurus resonance. Its meaning, strong or firm, could not align more perfectly with Taurus's core traits. Ethan sounds modern yet classic, simple yet impactful, much like Taurus's ability to blend practicality with beauty. A Taurus Ethan might be the rock in his social circle, the friend who's always there, the partner who brings stability, or the professional who steadily climbs the ladder without drama but with persistence. Ethan embodies Taurus strength, not flashy, but enduring and reliable. When we look at Taurus women, the energy shifts toward elegance, warmth, and harmony. Grace is the simplest, yet it's profoundly beautiful. It flows softly when spoken, like the gentle sway of a tree in the breeze. Grace reflects Taurus's Venus-ruled love of beauty and art, embodying kindness, compassion, and a peaceful presence. A Taurus woman named Grace often becomes a calming influence in her environment, someone who radiates quiet strength and natural dignity. Sophia, meaning wisdom, is another name that feels perfectly attuned to Taurus. Its melodic, sophisticated, and timeless qualities Taurus cherishes. Sophia has been used across cultures and centuries, yet it never loses its elegance. For Taurus, Sophia resonates with the deep wisdom of Earth itself, a reminder of the patience and knowledge that comes from steady growth. A Taurus Sophia might be drawn to learning, art, or simply cultivating a life that reflects grace and refinement. Then there is Isabella, one of the most romantic and luxurious names you can imagine. Its syllables flow like music, Isabella, each sound soft and velvety. Isabella embodies Taurus's love of beauty, pleasure, and romance. It feels timeless, royal, and indulgent, as if the very name were a piece of art. A Taurus woman named Isabella often carries an aura of allure and softness, yet underneath is the same unyielding Taurus determination and strength. She is gentle but strong, refined but grounded. What unites Taurus names is their enduring quality. Unlike Aries names, which are often sharp and fiery, Taurus names feel melodic, warm, and deeply rooted. They are names that age gracefully, never going out of style, just as Taurus values permanence and tradition. They sound harmonious, pleasing to the ear, and comforting to the soul. Culturally, these names are tied to leaders, thinkers, and icons who embody stability and creativity. Henry evokes royalty, Daniel evokes wisdom, Ethan evokes resilience, Grace evokes elegance, Sophia evokes timeless wisdom, and Isabella evokes romance and refinement. All of these traits mirror the Taurus essence, a desire to create lives filled with beauty, love, and long-lasting meaning. Energetically, Taurus names ground their bearers. They create a sense of safety, continuity, and trust. A Taurus with such a name is reminded daily of their natural gifts: patience, strength, sensuality, and loyalty. Unlike names that push for drama or attention, Taurus names quietly shine, drawing others in with calm magnetism. In the end, Taurus names are like carefully crafted melodies. They stay with you, they comfort you, and they enrich your life. Where Aries names ignite sparks, Taurus names nurture roots. Where Aries burns brightly, Taurus glows steadily. Choosing names like Henry, Daniel, Ethan, Grace, Sophia, or Isabella ensures that the Taurus spirit is honored, steady, sensual, timeless, and beautifully reliable. For curious and quick-witted Gemini, names need to sparkle with playfulness. Think of male names like Logan, Julian, or Elias, which suggest adaptability and charm. For women, names like Chloe, Luna, or Avery fit perfectly, carrying a lively rhythm that mirrors Gemini's endless curiosity. Gemini is the sign of the twins, the storyteller, the intellectual wanderer, and the eternal student of life. Ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, Gemini thrives in words, connections, and constant motion. Their names, therefore, cannot be heavy, rigid, or overly solemn. They need to move, to dance, to sparkle in the air the way a quick conversation dances between laughter and insight. Gemini names are like melodies played on a flute, light, playful, and instantly captivating. They must feel flexible, curious, and versatile, because Gemini energy never stays still. It shifts, adapts, and constantly seeks new adventures. Logan is a perfect example. The name carries a modern, adventurous quality, evoking images of wide landscapes, wanderers, and free spirits. For Gemini men, Logan reflects the ability to move between worlds easily, professional one day, playful the next, mysterious the day after. The name itself feels sleek, short, and sharp, which mirrors Gemini's quickness in thought and speech. A Gemini boy named Logan will often find himself at ease in many social groups, able to adapt his personality like a chameleon while keeping his inner spark alive. The name resonates with independence and charm, qualities that Gemini wears naturally. Julian, on the other hand, has a softer, more intellectual quality. Rooted in Roman history, it carries elegance, wit, and refinement. For Gemini, Julian reflects the lover of words, the poetic mind, the storyteller who can charm with language. Its rhythm is smooth and lyrical, flowing easily off the tongue, which mirrors Gemini's own gift of communication. A Gemini man named Julian is likely to be charismatic, curious, and endlessly fascinated with people, places, and ideas. The name suggests both depth and playfulness, exactly what Gemini needs, as they can balance intelligence with humor. Elias adds another layer of versatility. This name feels classic and timeless, with spiritual undertones that balance Gemini's often restless energy. Elias rolls off the tongue gently, but it has a mysterious strength hidden within it. For Gemini men, Elias offers grounding while still allowing room for charm and adaptability. It suggests someone who can explore many roles in life: teacher, friend, adventurer, thinker, without ever losing their core sense of self. The name's fluid sound mirrors the Gemini trait of flowing easily between different conversations, hobbies, and even identities. When it comes to Gemini women, names must sparkle with that same rhythm of curiosity, playfulness, and charm. Chloe, for instance, is short, sweet, and endlessly lively. It feels youthful and fresh, connected to blooming flowers in the spring season. For a Gemini, Chloe reflects vitality, charm, and a natural ability to attract attention with light-hearted energy. A Gemini Chloe is someone who will brighten the room with wit, who makes friends easily, and who never lets curiosity die out. The name feels like laughter, quick, clear, and contagious. Luna, tied to the moon, offers a more mystical quality. While Gemini is often playful, Luna brings a depth that hints at imagination, dreams, and wonder. The name itself has a soft glow, like moonlight, but it's still light enough to carry Gemini's energy of change and adaptability. A Gemini woman named Luna may be curious not only about people and the world around her but also about deeper mysteries: art, music, spirituality, and the endless beauty of imagination. The name suggests someone whose mind moves quickly, yet whose soul carries a touch of enchantment. Avery is another Gemini perfect name, because it balances modern coolness with versatility. It can be playful or professional, light or serious, depending on context, just like Gemini, who shifts personas effortlessly. Avery sounds approachable, friendly, and bright. For a Gemini woman, Avery amplifies adaptability and charm. It's a name that fits equally well on a stage, in a classroom, in a creative career, or in a business meeting. It reflects Gemini's unique ability to never be pinned down to just one role or identity. The sound patterns of Gemini names matter as much as their meanings. They are short, flexible, and easy to say, which mirrors the Gemini trait of fast communication. These are names that flow off the tongue, names that invite conversation rather than closing it. They sparkle with airiness, like the sign itself, which belongs to the element of air. The names Logan, Julian, Elias, Chloe, Luna, and Avery all embody a sense of lightness, charm, and curiosity that keeps them fresh no matter how many times they are spoken. Energetically, Gemini names open doors. They encourage exploration, conversation, and play. They reflect the Gemini ability to shift between serious thought and mischievous fun, between deep reflection and witty banter. Whether rooted in history like Julian, grounded like Elias, modern like Logan, playful like Chloe, mystical like Luna, or versatile like Avery, they all echo the restless, ever-curious energy of Gemini. These names don't just fit Gemini, they dance with Gemini energy, keeping it alive and vibrant. So, when you meet a Logan, Julian, Elias, Chloe, Luna, or Avery, notice how their names themselves seem to carry an airy rhythm, as if Mercury, the cosmic messenger, whispers through the syllables. Gemini names sparkle, delight, and surprise, just like the twins themselves. Now the nurturing Cancer, deeply emotional and protective. Male names like Gabriel, Noah, or Samuel align with their caring and family-oriented spirit. Female names such as Emily, Hannah, or Clara radiate warmth and sincerity, echoing Cancer's natural tenderness. Cancer is the mother of the Zodiac, the protector, the emotional healer, the one who creates a home not just with walls but with heart. Ruled by the moon, Cancer's energy is soft yet powerful, intuitive yet fierce in its devotion. Names that suit Cancer must reflect safety, kindness, and warmth. They should feel like home, like comfort food, like the embrace of someone you can trust unconditionally. Cancer names are not about show, they're about sincerity, love, and loyalty. They hold an emotional resonance that makes people feel cared for the moment they're spoken. Gabriel is an ideal Cancer name. It carries angelic associations, tied to the archangel who delivers messages of hope and protection. For Cancer men, Gabriel emphasizes the role of nurturer and guide. The name itself feels strong but gentle, powerful but compassionate. A Cancer boy named Gabriel is likely to embody a deep sense of empathy and responsibility, someone others naturally turn to for comfort or advice. The soft rhythm of Gabriel mirrors the ebb and flow of the moon's energy, which rules Cancer. It's a name that sounds protective, like a guardian. Noah, one of the most timeless and widely loved names, is another Cancer perfect choice. Rooted in biblical tradition, Noah is associated with protection, family, and survival through stormy waters. What could reflect Cancer's protective instincts more perfectly? Noah suggests someone who builds safety, who creates a place of refuge, and who leads others with quiet strength. For a Cancer man, Noah amplifies his natural instincts to nurture, to create stability, and to offer unconditional love. The name feels soft and steady, exactly the way Cancer energy flows. Samuel is deeply aligned with Cancer's qualities as well, meaning, heard by God. Samuel carries a gentle, spiritual resonance. It's not flashy, but it feels rich with sincerity and trust. For Cancer, Samuel reflects emotional intelligence, loyalty, and the ability to provide emotional support. A Cancer Samuel is the friend who remembers birthdays, the partner who listens deeply, the parent who builds a safe, loving home. The name rolls off the tongue with warmth, ending on a soft, comforting note. It feels safe, just like Cancer itself. For Cancer women, names must radiate tenderness, sincerity, and emotional depth. Emily is a beautiful example. It has a timeless quality, widely loved yet never losing its warmth. Emily feels soft, melodic, and approachable, embodying Cancer's nurturing spirit. A Cancer woman named Emily often carries an aura of kindness and dependability. She is someone others lean on, someone who builds connections not through drama but through genuine care. Hannah is another name that fits Cancer energy like a glove. Rooted in meanings of grace and favor, Hannah feels pure, honest, and nurturing. It has a gentle rhythm, repeating soft sounds that mirror the soothing quality of Cancer's voice and presence. A Cancer Hannah often embodies the archetype of the healer or caretaker, deeply loyal, emotionally attuned, and filled with love for her family and friends. The name feels like a lullaby, wrapping you in safety. Clara, meaning bright or clear, reflects the luminous side of Cancer's moon energy. While Cancer can sometimes be deeply emotional, Clara brings clarity, kindness, and a touch of radiance. A Cancer woman named Clara is likely to shine not through boldness but through sincerity and light. The name itself feels warm, friendly, and reassuring, qualities that mirror Cancer's natural role as protector and nurturer. The sound of Cancer names is soft, flowing, and melodic. They avoid harsh edges and instead carry a gentleness that soothes the ear and the heart. Gabriel, Noah, Samuel, Emily, Hannah, and Clara all have flowing syllables, vowels that stretch rather than snap, and endings that leave a sense of calm rather than tension. They sound like comfort, echoing Cancer's role as the Zodiac's emotional anchor. Culturally, these names have been associated with caregivers, leaders, and figures of compassion. Gabriel as the divine messenger, Noah as the protector through the flood, Samuel as the wise prophet, Emily as the beloved literary voice, Hannah as the symbol of grace, and Clara as a figure of light. Each one carries a legacy of emotional depth, nurturing, and devotion, all qualities Cancer naturally embodies. Energetically, these names reinforce Cancer's greatest strengths: the ability to protect, to nurture, and to love unconditionally. They create a sense of belonging, reminding the person and those around them that safety and family matter above all else. A Cancer child with one of these names may grow into a person who is trusted instinctively, someone whose presence feels like home. Ultimately, Cancer names are like moonlight. They glow softly, they comfort without blinding, and they stay with you in the quiet moments. They are not names that demand the stage, they are names that create the stage of love, trust, and loyalty on which life unfolds. For Cancer, the truest legacy of a name is not its fame, but the warmth it carries in the hearts of others. Gabriel, Noah, Samuel, Emily, Hannah, and Claire each embody that timeless Cancerian tenderness. Enter dramatic and passionate Leo. These radiant souls deserve names that command the stage. Men shine with names like Dominic, Anthony, or Adrian. Women glow with names such as Aurora, Serena, or Valentina. Each Leo name carries that undeniable star power that leaves a lasting impression. Leo is ruled by the Sun, the brightest star in our sky, the center around which all other planets revolve. Just as the Sun cannot help but shine, Leos cannot help but radiate presence. They walk into a room and the atmosphere changes. People turn, conversations pause, eyes are drawn. Leo names must carry this same solar magnetism. They cannot be muted or forgettable. They must blaze like fire, resonate like a spotlight, and carry echoes of confidence, drama, and artistry. A Leo name isn't simply an identifier, it's a performance in itself, an aura that says, "Notice me. I was born to be remembered." Take Dominic. Strong, commanding, and resonant, Dominic comes from the Latin Dominicus, meaning, of the Lord, or, belonging to God. There's an authority built right into it. A Leo named Dominic carries with him the energy of leadership, someone whose voice and presence feel impossible to dismiss. The name has a rhythm that fills a space, Dom in IC, bold syllables that rise and fall like a drumbeat. In history, men named Dominic were founders, preachers, and visionaries, roles that fit perfectly with Leo's destiny as a leader and influencer. A Leo Dominic is not meant to blend into the background. He becomes the gravitational center, just like the Sun itself. Anthony is another name soaked in Leo energy. It's regal, timeless, and tied to figures of influence across cultures, from ancient Rome to Shakespearean drama. The sound of Anthony is expansive, beginning with a strong and that opens wide, commanding attention, and ending softly, almost like a bow after a grand speech. Leos are performers at heart, and Anthony is a name that feels like a headline, a marquee, a title that belongs above the stage lights. A Leo Anthony is magnetic, someone people remember not only for charisma but also for generosity. This is a name that suggests someone born to leave a mark, to inspire loyalty, and to embody that fiery Leo warmth. Adrian brings a slightly different, but no less dramatic, flavor. Smooth, elegant, and artistic, Adrian has roots in Latin and carries a sense of sophistication. The syllables are flowing, almost theatrical. Adrian feels like a name that belongs to a poet, a painter, a performer, someone whose very existence is art. For a Leo, Adrian emphasizes the creative and romantic side of the sign. A Leo Adrian is likely to capture hearts not only through leadership but through beauty, expression, and depth. It's a name that doesn't shout as loudly as Dominic, but it glows. A soft, golden radiance that is just as captivating. Leo women, of course, need names that sparkle even brighter, names that sound like they've been pulled straight out of myth, royalty, or starlight. Aurora is one of the most breathtaking examples. Meaning, dawn, Aurora was the Roman goddess of sunrise, painting the sky with light. For a Leo, nothing could be more fitting. They are the dawn in human form, the brilliance that pushes away darkness and inspires awe. The name Aurora flows like a beam of light, long vowels opening wide, shimmering like rays across the horizon. A Leo woman named Aurora cannot help but shine wherever she goes. Her name alone feels like an introduction to greatness. Serena offers another side of Leo brilliance, one that balances fire with grace. Meaning, serene, or peaceful, Serena may at first sound quiet, but within Leo energy, it transforms into radiant calm, the kind of presence that soothes yet commands admiration. Leos are often performers, but they are also protectors, bringing warmth and stability to those they love. Serena captures that noble, dignified side of Leo, the queenly presence, the royal confidence, the ability to command with a smile rather than a roar. A Leo Serena shines not through volume but through elegance, the kind of star who captivates without even trying. And then there is Valentina, a name that is pure passion, fire, and grandeur. Meaning strong and healthy, Valentina carries power in every syllable. It's a name that feels like a celebration, dramatic and romantic all at once. A Leo woman named Valentina is destined to stand out. Her name alone sounds like the title of a song or the heroine of a great novel. The rolling vowels, the passionate rhythm, the sheer drama of Valentina perfectly capture Leo's essence: radiant, magnetic, unforgettable. This is the kind of name that echoes long after it's spoken, just like Leo's legacy in the hearts of others. The unifying factor in all Leo names is their stage presence. Dominic, Anthony, Adrian, Aurora, Serena, Valentina, each has weight, rhythm, and a glow. They are not background names, they are spotlight names. They demand space, they resonate with warmth, and they stay in memory. Their sound carries echoes of applause, laughter, admiration, and recognition, all things Leo craves and naturally draws in. Leos with these names often embody the archetype of the leader, the performer, the hero, or the muse. They don't need to fight for attention. Their names, like their personalities, naturally command it. These names are solar flares, bursts of charisma and brilliance, and once spoken, they're never forgotten. That is the essence of Leo: unforgettable, dramatic, and always shining. Practical and detail-driven Virgo benefit from names that suggest wisdom and refinement. Male names like Elliot, Marcus, or Jonathan suit their intellectual side. Female names like Ivy, Elena, or Natalie echo grace, intelligence, and a quiet but powerful beauty. Virgo, ruled by Mercury, is the analyst, the healer, the organizer, and the perfectionist of the zodiac. Unlike Leo, who demands attention with brilliance, Virgo's strength lies in subtlety, precision, and refinement. Virgo names must carry intelligence in their syllables, wisdom in their rhythm, and a sense of quiet dignity. They are not flashy, but they resonate with grace. They are the kinds of names that sound timeless, intelligent, and dependable, names that grow stronger the more you hear them. Virgo names are not about stage lights, they are about candlelight, steady, warm, and deeply meaningful. Elliot is a quintessential Virgo name. It carries sophistication without arrogance, intelligence without pretension. The sound of Elliot is crisp yet smooth, the syllables flowing with quiet rhythm. For Virgo men, Elliot emphasizes their analytical minds and problem-solving skills. A Virgo Elliot is the kind of person who notices details others miss, who approaches challenges with careful thought rather than rashness. The name feels academic, refined, and trustworthy, mirroring Virgo's dedication to knowledge and integrity. In literature and culture, Eliots are often portrayed as thinkers and innovators, reflecting Virgo's natural gift for intellect. Marcus, rooted in ancient Rome, is another name that aligns beautifully with Virgo. Strong yet understated, Marcus carries authority, discipline, and a sense of order. For Virgo, a sign that values practicality and structure, Marcus reinforces their natural tendencies toward responsibility and focus. A Virgo Marcus is someone who combines intellect with grounded action, someone who does not just dream but builds. The name's sharp consonants give it clarity, while its history provides weight. It feels timeless, echoing the Virgo need for names that endure across generations. Jonathan is a name steeped in history, meaning gift of God. For Virgo men, Jonathan amplifies their role as helpers, healers, and givers of wisdom. The name is long enough to feel dignified, yet soft enough to carry warmth. A Virgo Jonathan is thoughtful, compassionate, and reliable, the person friends turn to for advice or support. The name's gentle rhythm mirrors Virgo's balance between intellect and empathy, making it an ideal fit for their personality. It is a name that suggests not just knowledge, but kindness and loyalty, traits central to Virgo's nature. For Virgo women, names must echo elegance, intelligence, and quiet beauty. Ivy is a perfect example. Short yet deeply symbolic, ivy represents growth, resilience, and connection. Like the plant itself, ivy weaves quietly but powerfully, creating beauty through persistence. A Virgo woman named Ivy carries that same essence, strong, adaptable, and naturally refined. The name feels fresh and organic, reflecting Virgo's earth element and their connection to nature. It's a name that whispers strength without shouting, much like Virgo's presence in the world. Elena is another Virgo perfect name. It is melodic, refined, and timeless, with roots in many cultures. The name flows with elegance, its soft vowels creating an aura of sophistication. For Virgo, Elena reflects their love of refinement, their appreciation for beauty that is subtle rather than ostentatious. A Virgo Elena often embodies quiet confidence, intelligence, and a natural ability to bring order and harmony to her environment. The name carries warmth, but also depth, mirroring Virgo's complexity, practical yet deeply emotional. Natalie, meaning birthday or Christmas Day, is a name that radiates warmth, light, and kindness. For Virgo women, Natalie emphasizes their nurturing, giving side. It's a name that feels familiar, comforting, and genuine. A Virgo Natalie is the one who remembers every detail, who makes others feel cared for, who creates stability without needing recognition. The sound of Natalie is bright and graceful, flowing easily, much like Virgo's way of making life smoother and more manageable for those around them. The soundscape of Virgo names is soft, refined, and balanced. Elliot, Marcus, Jonathan, Ivy, Elena, Natalie, none are sharp or overwhelming. Instead, they flow with order, clarity, and harmony. They are names that feel intelligent without being arrogant, elegant without being excessive. They capture Virgo's quiet power, their ability to influence through precision, intelligence, and integrity. Culturally, these names connect with thinkers, leaders, and artists known for refinement and wisdom. Elliot evokes writers and innovators, Marcus evokes philosophers and rulers, Jonathan evokes loyalty and spirituality, Ivy evokes natural strength, Elena evokes timeless elegance, and Natalie evokes warmth and kindness. Each carries qualities that mirror Virgo's nature: precise, thoughtful, practical, and graceful. Energetically, Virgo names ground their bearers in intelligence and refinement. They encourage focus, discipline, and quiet confidence. They may not dazzle like Leo names, but they linger, names that feel trustworthy, dependable, and filled with wisdom. They are names that stand the test of time, much like Virgo itself, which values endurance, structure, and integrity. Ultimately, Virgo names are like carefully written poems. They are not loud, but they are meaningful. They carry elegance, intelligence, and a quiet strength that grows more beautiful the more you notice it. Where Leo names blaze like the sun, Virgo names glow like steady stars, guiding, dependable, and endlessly refined. Elliot, Marcus, Jonathan, Ivy, Elena, and Natalie perfectly embody that timeless Virgo essence. For diplomatic Libra, names should flow with balance and charm. Men carry harmony with names like Lucas, Benjamin, or Evan. Women glow with names such as Amelia, Sophia, or Juliet. Each name feels like poetry, perfectly matching Libra's love for fairness and beauty. Libra, ruled by Venus, is the sign of balance, partnership, and harmony. These are the peacemakers, the mediators, the ones who can walk into chaos and somehow bring calm. They are the artists who see beauty in everything and the romantics who believe in love stories written in the stars. For Libra, names must embody that sense of equilibrium. They must be melodic, flowing, and easy on the ear, never harsh, never jarring. Libra names are like perfectly composed music, where every note balances the next. They feel symmetrical, graceful, and filled with charm, the kind of names that sound like a smile, gentle yet unforgettable. Take Lucas, for example. The name itself has a soft yet solid rhythm, loose saws, opening with lightness and ending with strength. Its meaning, light-giving or illumination, aligns with Libra's role as a guide, someone who shines clarity on difficult situations and helps people find common ground. A Libra man named Lucas is likely to be approachable, charismatic, and empathetic, always seeking fairness in his interactions. The name feels modern yet timeless, striking the exact balance Libra craves between tradition and innovation. It's a name that fits naturally on someone who values peace but also has quiet strength. Benjamin carries a deeper, warmer resonance. meaning son of the right hand or favorite son. It suggests trust, reliability, and loyalty. For Libra, Benjamin is a name that amplifies their natural ability to connect with others, to form strong, loving relationships, and to radiate warmth. The sound of Benjamin flows with softness, 3 syllables that feel complete and harmonious. A Libra Benjamin is someone people turn to for advice, comfort, or companionship. He embodies diplomacy, not because he avoids conflict, but because he knows how to resolve it with wisdom and kindness. The name has a poetic quality, much like Libra's own romantic soul. Evan, short and melodic, offers another shade of Libra harmony. It's light, friendly, and approachable, easy to say in almost any language, which reflects Libra's universal appeal and their love for connection across boundaries. Evan feels fresh, youthful, and adaptable, qualities that align with Libra's social, curious nature. A Libra Evan is often charming, witty, and graceful in communication. The name's simplicity mirrors Libra's ability to make even the most complex ideas feel clear and balanced. It's a name that moves easily, never heavy, always flowing, much like Libra's natural elegance. For Libra women, names must carry a softness and a rhythm that feels like poetry. Amelia is a stunning example. Meaning work or industrious, it may sound practical, but its sound is delicate and melodic. Amelia flows like a piece of music, soft vowels opening gently, consonants adding just the right touch of strength. A Libra Amelia balances beauty with determination, embodying Libra's ability to create harmony not just through dreams but through action. The name feels classic yet endlessly graceful, the kind of name you associate with someone who brings beauty to everything she touches. Sophia, meaning wisdom, is one of the most universally beloved names, and for good reason. Its rhythm is simple yet elegant, soft yet profound. For Libra, Sophia reflects their deep appreciation for fairness, intelligence, and timeless beauty. A Libra Sophia is likely to radiate charm not just through appearance but through depth of thought and insight. The name feels balanced in sound and meaning, embodying Libra's essence, grace paired with substance, beauty paired with intellect. It is the perfect representation of Libra's Venusian nature. Juliet, romantic and lyrical, captures Libra's love for poetry and romance more directly than any other. Just saying, Juliet, feels like reciting a line from Shakespeare. It carries history, drama, and elegance all at once. For Libra women, Juliet reflects their idealistic, romantic hearts. A Libra Juliet dreams of true love, but she also carries charm, refinement, and the ability to make others feel valued. The name is dramatic but not overpowering, beautiful but not excessive, a delicate balance that fits Libra perfectly. What unites Libra names is their sense of flow and balance. Lucas, Benjamin, Evan, Amelia, Sophia, Juliet, each of them feels harmonious to say, their syllables working together like scales on a perfectly tuned instrument. These names are easy to hear, easy to love, and difficult to forget. They carry lightness, charm, and grace, reflecting Libra's gift for bringing beauty and peace into the world. Culturally, these names have been associated with figures of art, literature, and leadership, roles that Libra naturally gravitates toward. They resonate with fairness, wisdom, and elegance, just like Libra itself. Energetically, they ground the Libra soul in balance, reminding them of their natural role as harmonizers and artists. In short, Libra names are poetry in sound, every bit as graceful as the people who carry them. When it comes to intense and magnetic Scorpio, their names must hold mystery and depth. Men thrive with names like Damien, Xavier, or Victor. Women embody passion with names such as Selena, Raven, or Lilith. Scorpio names carry an aura of intrigue you can't forget. Scorpio, ruled by Pluto and Mars, is the zodiac's most mysterious, passionate, and transformative sign. Where Libra radiates balance and light, Scorpio dives into shadows, power, and intensity. Their names must reflect this magnetism, names that feel deep, commanding, and unforgettable. Scorpio names cannot be light or fleeting. They must linger, echoing long after they are spoken. They are names that suggest secrets, strength, and passion, names that make you lean in closer just to hear them again. Damien is one of the most evocative Scorpio names. Its sound is darkly elegant, carrying history, strength, and mystery. Rooted in Greek origins, Damien means to tame or to subdue, which aligns perfectly with Scorpio's nature as a sign that controls, transforms, and holds immense inner strength. A Scorpio Damien carries intensity in his eyes, the kind of person you know has layers of secrets and wisdom beneath the surface. The name feels both dangerous and protective, reflecting Scorpio's duality, destructive when betrayed, healing when trusted. Damien is not a name you forget, just as Scorpio is not a sign you overlook. Xavier carries a similar magnetism but with an exotic, almost otherworldly feel. Its meaning, often tied to new house or bright, contrasts with its mysterious sound, giving it a duality that mirrors Scorpio's complexity. A Scorpio Xavier is someone who carries charisma effortlessly, someone who feels larger than life, someone who fascinates others without even trying. The X at the beginning gives it sharpness and intrigue, while the flowing ending softens it, creating balance. Scorpio thrives on that tension between intensity and allure, and Xavier embodies it perfectly. Victor, meaning conqueror, reflects Scorpio's relentless willpower and determination. This is a name tied to survival, triumph, and dominance, qualities Scorpio understands deeply. A Scorpio victor is someone who overcomes challenges with strength, someone who rises from the ashes like the mythical phoenix associated with this sign. The name itself feels solid, final, and victorious. It leaves no doubt, this is someone who has endured, fought, and prevailed. For Scorpio men, Victor embodies the raw essence of power, resilience, and transformation. For Scorpio women, names must carry allure, mystery, and intensity. Selena is a perfect example. Associated with the Greek goddess of the moon, the name carries enchantment and softness, but also a quiet, magnetic pull. A Scorpio Selena is alluring without trying, her presence mysterious and captivating. The name feels romantic and mystical, perfectly matching Scorpio's connection to hidden worlds and deep emotions. It suggests someone who embodies beauty with depth, passion with grace. Raven, on the other hand, speaks directly to Scorpio's darker, more mysterious side. Ravens are symbols of mystery, transformation, and wisdom, often associated with magic and the unseen. A Scorpio woman named Raven embodies independence, strength, and an aura of enigma. The name is short but striking, carrying a gothic, powerful beauty. It fits Scorpio's archetype as the one who moves between worlds, light and dark, life and death, beginnings and endings. Raven is a name that feels primal and unforgettable, much like Scorpio itself. Lilith takes Scorpio intensity to its peak. Rooted in myth, Lilith is often portrayed as a figure of rebellion, independence, and raw feminine power. For Scorpio women, the name Lilith emphasizes passion, mystery, and defiance. It suggests someone who cannot be controlled, someone who challenges norms, someone who embodies power and sexuality unapologetically. A Scorpio Lilith is magnetic, often misunderstood, but always unforgettable. The name carries an edge, a weight, and an intensity that mirrors Scorpio's transformative fire. The sound of Scorpio names is always striking. Damien, Xavier, Victor, Selena, Raven, Lilith, each carries sharp consonants, deep vowels, and a rhythm that lingers. These names feel powerful to say and powerful to hear. They are not fleeting, they are carved into memory. They embody Scorpio's essence, intensity, mystery, passion, and transformation. Culturally, these names have been tied to figures of power, myth, and intrigue, saints and rebels, poets and rulers, villains and heroes. Scorpio energy is all about duality, and these names reflect both light and shadow, beauty and danger. Energetically, they root Scorpio in their truth, that they are meant to transform, to fascinate, to challenge, and to inspire awe. Ultimately, Scorpio names are like spells. They carry weight, mystery, and power. They draw you in, they stay with you, and they echo with meaning. Where Libra names are like poetry read in the sunlight, Scorpio names are like whispers heard under the moonlight, haunting, unforgettable, and utterly magnetic. Damien, Xavier, Victor, Selena, Raven, and Lilith embody everything Scorpio stands for: passion, mystery, and undeniable depth. Adventurous Sagittarius demand names that shout freedom and optimism. For men, names like Hunter, Miles, or Christopher evoke exploration. For women, names such as Stella, Sky, or Phoebe spark a sense of wonder and boundless energy. Sagittarius, ruled by expansive Jupiter, is the traveler, the seeker, the eternal student of life. They are the philosophers who dream of truth and the wanderers who feel most alive when chasing horizons. Sagittarius names must echo this energy. They should sound open, adventurous, filled with movement, and alive with optimism. These are names that breathe possibility. They feel like open roads, starry skies, and the laughter of someone unafraid of the unknown. Sagittarius names are never closed or confined. They are wide, unbounded, like a map stretching infinitely in every direction. Hunter is a name that instantly conjures freedom and pursuit. It's sharp, direct, and brimming with vitality. A Sagittarius hunter is someone who seeks, whether it's knowledge, experience, or adventure. The sound of the name is brisk and decisive, echoing Sagittarius's boldness. It doesn't sit still, it moves. Hunter feels primal, instinctual, like someone born to chase both dreams and realities. For Sagittarius, this name becomes a compass, guiding them toward discovery. Hunter embodies the Sagittarian truth. Life is not about standing still, it's about following curiosity wherever it leads. Miles is lighter, gentler, yet equally adventurous. It carries a sense of distance, of journeys, of expanses covered. Just hearing Miles makes you think of travel, roads stretched out, flights taken, and experiences gathered along the way. A Sagittarius Miles is likely curious, thoughtful, and optimistic, someone who loves not only the journey itself but also the stories and wisdom gained from it. The name has a musical rhythm, smooth, rolling, full of grace, which reflects Sagittarius's love of joy, humor, and connection. Miles doesn't shout, it flows, but always forward, never still. Christopher carries historical and spiritual depth, resonating with Sagittarius's search for meaning and higher truth. Derived from the Greek Christophoros, meaning bearer of Christ, it suggests someone who carries something greater than himself, someone devoted to exploring both earthly and spiritual paths. For Sagittarius, a sign obsessed with philosophy, belief, and exploration, Christopher is more than a name, it's a calling. The sound of it is expansive, long syllables that roll out like a story unfolding. A Sagittarius Christopher embodies both faith and adventure, someone who bridges the gap between the material and the spiritual. For Sagittarius women, names must shimmer with wonder, light, and movement. Stella, meaning star, is almost too perfect. It carries the essence of the skies themselves, reflecting Sagittarius's endless fascination with what lies beyond the visible horizon. A Sagittarius Stella is radiant, full of energy, always reaching upward, always seeking more. The name feels cosmic, sparkling, timeless. It's a name that holds both beauty and direction, a guiding star for those who wander. Sky, short and airy, captures Sagittarius freedom in its purest form. Just as the sky has no boundaries, a Sagittarius sky is limitless, untamed, and full of possibility. The name feels fresh, light, and eternal. Saying it is like breathing, effortless, open, infinite. For Sagittarius, sky embodies the soul that refuses confinement, the spirit that always looks upward and outward, searching for new adventures. It is both simple and profound, much like Sagittarius's ability to find wonder in the vastness of life. Phoebe, rooted in Greek mythology, meaning bright or radiant, ties Sagittarius to both light and wisdom. A Sagittarius Phoebe is lively, curious, and magnetic, with an energy that inspires others. The name carries mythic resonance. Phoebe was a Titaness associated with the moon and prophecy, reflecting Sagittarius's love for both adventure and higher knowledge. Phoebe has a playful sound, bouncy and warm, which perfectly matches Sagittarius's humor and optimism. It is a name of joy, intelligence, and movement, all wrapped into one. Together, these Sagittarius names, Hunter, Miles, Christopher, Stella, Sky, Phoebe, capture exploration, freedom, and wonder. They are names that don't sit quietly. They are names that move, that glow, that laugh. They reflect the Sagittarian soul, always searching, always learning, always living life like a grand adventure. These names carry the optimism of someone who believes the world is vast and full of possibility, and who is unafraid to leap into it. Steadfast Capricorn lean toward timeless and strong names. Male names like William, Edward, or Thomas reflect tradition and responsibility. Female names such as Catherine, Elizabeth, or Margaret exude classic grace, fitting Capricorn's wise and ambitious soul. Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, is the builder, the strategist, the master of endurance. They are the ones who climb mountains slowly but surely, reaching the peak through persistence, discipline, and wisdom. Their names must carry this weight. They cannot be trendy or fleeting. They must be timeless, strong, and dignified. Capricorn names feel like stone pillars, foundations that last for centuries. They carry history, authority, and respect. These are names that fit leaders, scholars, and builders of legacies. William is perhaps the ultimate Capricorn name. Meaning, resolute protector, William carries centuries of history, tied to kings, writers, and visionaries. The name is solid, dependable, and endlessly enduring. For Capricorn men, William emphasizes their protective, responsible side, their ability to lead with both strength and patience. The rhythm of the name, firm, steady, complete, mirrors Capricorn's methodical approach to life. A Capricorn William is someone whose presence commands respect without demanding it, someone who builds not only success but stability. Edward is equally timeless, rooted in Old English meaning wealthy guardian. For Capricorn, whose sign is tied to ambition, achievement, and responsibility, Edward resonates deeply. A Capricorn Edward carries an air of authority and wisdom, someone who values tradition but uses it as a foundation to build new legacies. The name's sound is sharp yet refined, balanced between strength and elegance. Edward is not a name of excess but of quiet power, perfectly aligned with Capricorn's steady, disciplined nature. Thomas, meaning twin, is a name that feels grounded, approachable, and enduring. It has been borne by apostles, presidents, and inventors, each adding layers of strength and wisdom. A Capricorn Thomas is pragmatic, dependable, and unshakable, the kind of person who approaches life with realism and strategy. The name itself has a straightforward, no-nonsense quality, reflecting Capricorn's practical side. Yet it also carries warmth, showing that Capricorn ambition is never cold. It is driven by care and responsibility. For Capricorn women, names must exude grace, tradition, and authority. Catherine is a classic example. Meaning pure, Catherine has been tied to queens, saints, and leaders throughout history. For Capricorn, this name emphasizes their regal, wise, and determined side. A Capricorn Catherine is disciplined yet graceful, strong yet refined. The name feels noble, dignified, and enduring, perfectly capturing Capricorn's ability to lead with quiet strength. Elizabeth, another timeless name, carries meanings of pledge to God, and resonates with loyalty, wisdom, and tradition. It has graced queens and authors, leaders and visionaries. For Capricorn, Elizabeth represents ambition paired with integrity. A Capricorn Elizabeth is someone who works tirelessly toward her goals, always maintaining dignity and composure. The name itself has a majestic rhythm, long and commanding, reflecting Capricorn's ability to stand tall through any challenge. Margaret, meaning pearl, is both simple and profound. Pearls, after all, are formed through patience, persistence, and time, qualities Capricorn embodies completely. A Capricorn Margaret is wise, nurturing, and resilient, someone who values tradition but also treasures inner strength. The sound of the name is solid and steady, never frivolous, perfectly matching Capricorn's practical and ambitious soul. Margaret carries quiet authority, the kind that earns respect naturally. Capricorn names like William, Edward, Thomas, Catherine, Elizabeth, and Margaret all share a sense of permanence. They are names that have existed for centuries and will continue to endure for centuries more. They carry strength, wisdom, and grace, echoing Capricorn's Saturnian essence of time, patience, and structure. Culturally, these names are tied to leaders, creators, and thinkers who shaped history, exactly the kind of role Capricorn is destined to play. Energetically, they ground Capricorn in their truth, that their path is not about fleeting moments but about building legacies that last. These names are not loud or showy, they are pillars, monuments, and foundations. They stand the test of time, just as Capricorn does. Where Sagittarius names leap into the future, Capricorn names root themselves in history. Where Sagittarius names shout with excitement, Capricorn names speak with authority. Together, they create balance, one chasing horizons, the other building mountains. But Capricorn names in particular remind us that true power is not in speed or flash, but in endurance, wisdom, and strength. William, Edward, Thomas, Catherine, Elizabeth, and Margaret embody this truth completely, reflecting Capricorn's timeless, ambitious soul. Innovative Aquarius thrive with names that feel modern and unique. Men glow with names like Jasper, Phoenix, or Zion. Women radiate originality with names such as Nova, Aria, or Sage. Aquarius names sound like they belong to the future. Aquarius, ruled by Uranus and Saturn, is the visionary, the innovator, the one who walks ahead of their time. They are rebels and humanitarians, always searching for ways to change the world, to break boundaries, to do what others cannot imagine. Aquarius names must embody that electricity. They cannot sound stale or ordinary. They need to vibrate with freshness, creativity, and modern energy. These are names that feel futuristic, like words plucked from tomorrow's vocabulary, yet they still ground themselves in depth and meaning. Aquarius names often sound airy, cosmic, or infused with light, like whispers of technology, stars, and revolutions all at once. Jasper is a striking fit for Aquarius men. While it has ancient roots, tied to the gemstone known for protection and clarity, it feels modern and stylish. Jasper is not a common choice, which immediately sets it apart, perfectly reflecting Aquarius's need for individuality. A man named Jasper carries uniqueness in his very sound, crisp consonants at the start, softened by flowing vowels, and ending with firmness. A Jasper feels original, thoughtful, and radiant. For Aquarius, this name embodies their love for standing out while still connecting to deeper, universal truths. The gemstone symbolism also ties to Aquarius's humanitarian side, strength, wisdom, and healing. Phoenix is perhaps the most powerful Aquarius name. Rooted in myth, the phoenix is the bird that dies in flames only to be reborn from its ashes. This theme of rebirth, transformation, and immortality is deeply Aquarian, as they constantly reinvent themselves and inspire society to do the same. A man named Phoenix carries a name that is impossible to ignore, dramatic, fiery, and futuristic. It feels almost superhuman, the kind of name that belongs to a visionary, a creator, or a revolutionary. For Aquarius, Phoenix emphasizes their electric energy, their refusal to conform, and their destiny to rise from limitations stronger than ever before. It's bold, unforgettable, and filled with mythic resonance. Zion, tied to ideas of sanctuary, hope, and higher ground, carries both spiritual weight and modern sharpness. It is short, commanding, and powerful. A man named Zion feels destined for greatness, someone who inspires others with his strength and conviction. For Aquarius, this name emphasizes their visionary role, their ability to dream of a better world and fight for it. The sound is futuristic, sleek and concise, yet it carries deep historical and spiritual roots. Zion, for Aquarius, is the embodiment of faith in the future, a declaration that humanity can rise higher together. Aquarius women radiate originality, and their names shimmer with cosmic and poetic qualities. Nova is a perfect example, meaning new, and tied to stars that suddenly blaze with brightness. Nova reflects Aquarius's role as the bringer of innovation and fresh ideas. A woman named Nova feels like a burst of light, someone unforgettable, someone who sparks change. The name itself is short and luminous, easy to say yet filled with celestial wonder. For Aquarius, Nova is the essence of their future-forward spirit, always glowing, always reinventing, always guiding others toward light. Aria, meaning song or air, is delicate yet deeply profound. It flows with beauty, sounding musical and ethereal. For Aquarius, a sign tied to the air element, Aria reflects their intelligence, their artistry, and their cosmic imagination. A woman named Aria feels creative and free, someone who expresses herself through ideas, words, and art. The sound is light and melodic, evoking the breeze or a melody drifting across time. Aria captures Aquarius's love for individuality, their poetic nature, and their ability to uplift others with originality. Sage, meaning wisdom, brings another dimension to Aquarius women. Unlike Nova's cosmic brightness or Aria's musical lightness, Sage grounds Aquarius with intellect and spiritual depth. A woman named Sage carries the aura of a healer, a visionary thinker, someone who sees beyond the present into the possible. For Aquarius, Sage emphasizes their role as both innovator and guide, the one who disrupts not for chaos but for growth. The name's simplicity is part of its power. It feels timeless and modern at once, perfectly echoing Aquarius's role as the bridge between tradition and the future. Together, these Aquarius names, Jasper, Phoenix, Zion, Nova, Aria, Sage, shimmer with originality. They are names that feel fresh, modern, and electric. They do not belong to the past, they belong to the world Aquarius is building. Their sounds are light, sharp, and unforgettable, carrying echoes of stars, revolutions, and wisdom. For Aquarius, these names are more than identifiers. They are prophecies, whispers of a future only they can see. Finally, the dreamy Pisces need names that flow like water and poetry. For men, Adrian, Elias, or Julian capture their sensitive side. For women, Celine, Aurora, or Melody wrap Pisces in an aura of imagination, kindness, and fantasy. Pisces, ruled by Neptune and Jupiter, is the dreamer, the mystic, the poet of the Zodiac. They are deeply emotional, empathetic, and intuitive, living in a world where imagination and reality often blur. Pisces names must reflect this flowing, otherworldly energy. They need to sound soft, lyrical, and poetic. Names that feel like music or water, names that drift like a dream. These are not rigid or harsh names, they are fluid, filled with sensitivity and wonder. Pisces names often carry mythological or celestial resonance, echoing the spiritual and fantastical world that Pisces inhabits naturally. Adrian, with its smooth, flowing syllables, is a perfect Pisces name. Rooted in the Latin, Hadrianus, tied to water through the Adriatic Sea, Adrian feels fluid and gentle, yet strong enough to endure. A Pisces Adrian embodies sensitivity and compassion, someone who listens deeply, who feels the world intensely, and who channels emotion into art, music, or wisdom. The name itself flows like waves, soft, rolling, dry, and open, N. It is gentle but not fragile, dreamy but grounded, just like Pisces itself. Elias, meaning, the Lord is my God, has spiritual depth and lyrical beauty. The name feels soft and melodic, with an almost psalm-like quality when spoken. A Pisces Elias radiates warmth, intuition, and kindness. He is someone others feel safe around, someone who can comfort and inspire simply with presence. The name carries both ancient weight and modern elegance, fitting Pisces' timeless nature. Elias feels like a prayer, a piece of poetry, a soft song drifting in the air, perfectly mirroring Pisces' spiritual essence. Julian adds another layer of Pisces grace. Meaning, youthful, or downy, it has a softness, a lightness, a sense of eternal dreaminess. Julian feels romantic, artistic, and endlessly imaginative. For Pisces men, this name highlights their poetic side, their charm, and their natural ability to enchant others. The name is flowing, gentle, with no harsh edges, just as Pisces prefers. A Julian moves through life like water, adapting, flowing, and bringing beauty wherever he goes. Pisces women need names that feel celestial and ethereal, and Selene is one of the most luminous. Meaning, moon, in Greek, Selene was the goddess who drove the silver chariot of the night sky. The name glows with mysticism, embodying Pisces' connection to dreams, emotions, and hidden worlds. A Pisces Selene feels otherworldly, graceful, and enchanting. The sound is soft, silvery, and fluid, exactly the qualities that define Pisces energy. Aurora, meaning dawn, ties Pisces to light and renewal. Although often associated with Leo's radiance, Aurora takes on a softer, dreamier quality in Pisces. Here, it becomes the dawn of imagination, the first light of fantasy after the night's dreamscape. A Pisces aurora is radiant yet gentle, someone who inspires others with kindness and creativity. The name itself flows like light spilling across the horizon, bright, beautiful, and endlessly hopeful. Melody, perhaps the most Pisces name of all, directly ties to music, art, and poetic beauty. For Pisces, whose souls are often filled with song and creativity, melody captures their essence completely. A Pisces melody is compassionate, imaginative, and enchanting, someone whose very presence feels like music. The name flows lyrically, with soft syllables and an open rhythm. It is a name that doesn't just describe sound, it creates it, embodying Pisces' gift of turning emotions into art. The unifying quality of Pisces names, Adrian, Elias, Julian, Selene, Aurora, Melody, is their dreamlike sound. They flow, they sing, they glow. They are not rigid or harsh, they are soft and poetic. They feel like whispers on water, like moonlight on waves, like the chorus of a gentle song. For Pisces, these names are more than sounds. They are portals into imagination, reminders of their gift to see what others cannot, to dream what others fear, to heal through kindness and beauty. Pisces names linger in the heart the way a melody lingers after a song ends. They capture the essence of this sign, gentle, compassionate, imaginative, and deeply spiritual. Adrian, Elias, Julian, Selene, Aurora, and Melody embody Pisces' eternal role as the dreamer of the zodiac, living in a world made of both water and poetry. So, does your name match your zodiac sign, or do you feel pulled toward another constellation's list? Maybe the stars are hinting at a name you secretly connect with more. If you enjoyed discovering which names align with the zodiac, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more cosmic insights, and check out the links in the description for more astrology content. And who knows, your name might just be your secret source of celestial power.